Howdy, Roland Hurst here, your man in maroon. The question of the day, is Jimbo Fisher worth $75 million? Is Jimbo Fisher the new $75 million man? Today we're going to, wait a minute, excuse me. What? Breaking news. The Texas A&M Regents have just agreed to a raise and contract extension for Jimbo Fisher. Under his new contract, he will be paid $9 million a year, and his contract will be extended out an additional 3 years. So the question should be changed to, is Jimbo Fisher worth $100 million? Is Jimbo Fisher the $100 million man? That's what we'll look at here. In December of 2017, Texas A&M created a splash in the college football world. They hired then Florida State coach Jimbo Fisher with a 10-year, $75 million money guaranteed contract. Now, Coach Fisher had been the coach at Florida State for the past 8 years and won a national championship in 2013. His contract was going to be 10 years, $75 million, money guaranteed. Now, just the length of the contract and the size of the dollars amazed a lot of people to begin with. But when you throw in the guaranteed money, well, eyes were wide open. And did I say that this was Texas A&M? And they don't do things like that there. And did I say this is Texas A&M? Now let's put this in perspective on what Texas A&M has done in the past. When they hired Mike Sherman and Dennis Franchione, their starting salaries were less than $2 million a year. When they hired Kevin Sumlin, the coach that Jimbo Fisher replaced, his contract was for 6 years, $30 million, or $5 million a year. Coach Fisher's contract was for $7.5 million a year, with incentives where he can make over $8 million a year if he met the milestones. And now with his new agreement, he will end up making over $100 million before the contract is finished. When Jimbo Fisher was hired, he was one of only 4 active college coaches that had won a college national championship. The others being, of course, Nick Saban, Dabo Swinney, and Urban Meyer. Now, going into the 4th year of what is now a 13-year contract, let's see where we stand. In the area of recruiting, Jimbo got a late start and his 2018 class finished number 17th in the country. His 2019, 2020, and 2021 classes all finished in the top 10. After doing a little research, never in Texas A&M school history has that happened. And he's on track to do that again in the 2022 recruiting cycle. Never have so many 4-star and 5-star high school football players made the trip to College Station. Now, let's look at the Aggies 2020 season and see what happened. You know that old adage, what have you done for me lately? Because of COVID, the SEC decided to play a 10-game conference-only schedule. At the end of the season, A&M found themselves at 8-1. Their game against Ole Miss was canceled because of COVID protocols. They had a hard-fought win against then number 4 Florida, and their only loss came at the hands of the eventual national champion, Alabama. At the end of the season, Texas A&M found themselves in the number 5 spot in the national championship ranking, just missing out on the opportunity to play for a national championship. There were a lot of people that thought A&M should have been in that number 4 spot, and I was one of them. Oh well, what they say, it's water under the bridge. Even so, A&M received a coveted New Year's Day bowl invitation and made a trip to play in the Orange Bowl for the first time in 77 years. They were pitted against the number 14th North Carolina Tar Heels, coached by Mack Brown. The Ags would go on to win 41-27, finish the season at 9-1, and finish ranked at number 4 in the country for their final season ranking, the highest they've been ranked at the end of a season since they won the national championship in 1939. Now, what do I see going into the 4th year of the contract? Once again, Texas A&M is relevant. They're not talking about how, well, they had all that talent and they lost last year, or, well, I wonder how much longer their current football coach is going to be here. No, they're talking about that we have an opportunity to play and win a national championship. And I love that. I love that. So my personal opinion, I think he's worth it. I thought he was worth it when it was $75 million. I think he's worth it now that it's over $100 million. Because if you look at the excitement that's being generated about the program and the school, that the money that is going to be generated because of it is going to far outweigh the salary he's going to be paid. Just have him win the national championship one time and it'll be wow. You just won't believe what's going to happen. And on top of that, I love the culture that he's building. I love what he's teaching the players. He's not only teaching them football skills, but he's teaching them life skills. He's teaching them things that will help them once they leave the football program and are in the real world. So, but you may have a different opinion. You may think that $100 million is too much, and some people have already expressed that opinion. And you may think that, hey, I'm just not sure I'm ready to throw in on this, and it's just been 3 years. Let me look at what 4, 5, and 6 is going to look like. And believe me, I understand that because we've been burned in the past. But please comment below on your feelings about that. Let me know. Now, I hope you liked my video. If you do, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. It will help me and will also help you to know when my next video comes out. Giga Maggies, and have a great day.